Yo, what's going on, boys? It's Borsty coming back with another video. Today we have 3 reasons why the Giants being starred on Hard Knocks is going to be a little bit desperate, if you ask me. Starting off, if you don't know what Hard Knocks is, it's a football reality TV show where one team every offseason gets chosen. Usually they suck, like in the prior year, but they get starred and they get to showcase their new upcoming team. And in the prior years, it used to be the Jets, it used to be the Lions, the Browns, teams that were notoriously bad. But now, actually, those teams all kind of moved on and developed. And actually, they're pretty prosperous teams now. But this upcoming year is going to be something that's never happened on Hard Knocks before. They're going to have the New York Giants. It's kind of weird because it is their very first time being starred on the show, usually because they have not been that horrible. But coming into this offseason, the Giants have a struggling roster. They're going to have the 4th best quarterback in the NFC East with Daniel Jones, and that's going to be problematic as it is, especially with Washington getting their new starting quarterback. So this is putting a lot of pressure on the Giants to actually make a move this offseason and try to develop a team. And there's a couple reasons why some people might ask, why would the Giants want to be starred in this show? In my personal opinion, I think the Giants know that they're going to have a horrible year, and they're going to have to make some real tough decisions at the end of the year, leading to the conclusion that Daniel Jones isn't going to be their starting quarterback for very long. The Giants also know this. The Giants might act like they want Daniel Jones for the future, but by no means do they want to have Daniel Jones lead them into the future. So, what this Hard Knocks is going to reveal this upcoming year is how far of a difference they are behind the rest of the NFC East teams. All of the NFC East teams have a starting quarterback that they believe will be there for years and years to come. So obviously we all know in the NFL you need a starting quarterback. If you don't have one, then you're going to be terrible. I mean, you can look at how Patrick Mahomes has led not so good teams to the Super Bowl, and you can even look at how the Browns got limited last year with Joe Flacco. Another reason why Hard Knocks is going to be very different this year is because typically the New York Giants have enough press and enough buzz around their name to not have to do any of this off-season, let's try to get attention, let's try to get notoriety, any of that. But this year, obviously, they know they're going to struggle. When you struggle, you're not going to get as much attention, i.e., that's why they want the preseason attention, get maybe the Giants fans' hopes up, see where they can lead from there. So, what I think was inevitable to happen this year, the Giants are going to finish 4th in their division, which I think almost everybody would say that. But it's also going to showcase the real weaknesses that this Giants team have. And yes, of course, every preseason the Hard Knock gets you hyped up and you think that team's going to go on for a run, or that team's going to do something they just quite frankly can't do. And yet again, it's probably going to be the same thing with the Giants. And then this is actually going to be very interesting too, because this is going to be the very first season the Giants are going to go without their starting running back, Saquon Barkley. Without Saquon Barkley, the Giants have been pretty bad in the past, other than the one, I believe, 2020 season, other than the one season where they made the playoffs a couple years ago. But that was mainly because Saquon Barkley was one of the leading rushers in the NFL. It was in the prime of his career, and the Giants just ran the ball almost every play. Mind you, Daniel Jones didn't play terrible that season, but he still showed limitations even on the best season that he's had as a Giant, or even in the best season that he's had as an NFL quarterback in general. So, what's going to inevitably happen this year is this Giants team, they're going to show limitations. Everybody's going to be excited. I think the Giants are doing this more as a press, as a attention grabbing. I think that's the kind of move that they're realistically trying to go for. They're not realistically trying to go in and say, oh yeah, we're going to win games with this team. They know they're not going to win games with this team. As much as you might be hyped up by Malik Neighbors getting all these spectacular grabs, realistically, the Giants struggled last year when they couldn't protect Daniel Jones. Now you're going to say, okay, we're going to have the same offensive line weaknesses, but we're going to get him a wide receiver where he can just throw the ball up. There was times last year where Daniel Jones had less than a 1 second to actually throw the ball, get it up there. That's not going to work against the Philadelphia Eagles, who just got a stronger secondary. The Dallas Cowboys, who are also going to have Micah Parsons in a strong secondary. Even the Washington Redskins, that's realistically not going to happen. You can't do that at the NFL level and expect to actually be prosperous and win. So to recap, I think this year Giants are going to go through a struggle, maybe a little bit of a tanking season. Hopefully, I think they're trying to get positioned to get a quarterback next year, maybe restart, get a brand new quarterback. I know they have that big contract in Daniel Jones, but at that point, I believe they're just going to eat the money, try to move on from Daniel Jones, and just try to recap and just try to get maybe at a 8-8, 8-9 kind of season. Like, they just want to get back to mediocre, get a couple games on TV. They don't want to be irrelevant like the Jets or the Browns or the Lions for very long. And I don't think they will be. But this is what we have today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you guys think the Giants are going to have a great season? Do you think the Giants are going to shit the tank? What do you think the Giants are going to do this offseason? And what do you think is going to be the most exciting part of them being on Hard Knocks? All right, I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Peace.